Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Evolve Point, your Shadowverse podcast. The reason I sound very crusty today is because I'm recording this from the microphone in the back of my phone in a hotel room in Ikebukuro. That's right, I'm in Japan. What's up with you two, Tanko and Kaelan?
I got sick when I got off the plane, and I've been sick for a week. Yay!
Nice.
That's not good. That's not a yay moment.
Yippee!
Yippee!
What about you, Tanko?
Just got back from a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, like a little baby locals Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. This is the very expensive ritual deck that I mentioned I bought a couple episodes ago. I straight up built the deck wrong. I straight up forgot to put in a bunch of key pieces that made all my combos really awkward, but I did okay anyway. In my last game, so I had to do a really awkward combo line where I had to minus myself deliberately, and my opponent got so salty. Like, he said to me that, oh, if you played a little bit more stupid, I would have won. And I responded, yeah, that's why I didn't play stupid.
That's so good.
Just don't be bad. It's just that easy.
It's just that easy. Tanko, this is a Shadowverse podcast, sir. We don't talk about other
that's
card
right.
games.
Usually I talk about Blue Archive during this segment. The new collab came out. I got Misaki, the blonde girl. I've never even watched Railgun. I don't even know who she is, but I like her.
I love Railgun and Index
stuff.
so much that I'm like, should I install Blue Archive now? I don't know what I should do.
They really fumbled the maintenance. Like, they had to extend maintenance like 3 times. So they gave like a lot of compensation awards. They straight up gave you like 40 free summons for compensation.
Should I install
It is
Blue
a good
Archive
time
now?
to start. It is a good time to log in if you were in.
I
if
literally
anyone was
only
interested.
care about the Raildex characters, though. That's the thing.
I love that Japanese companies always give you compensation when they fumble maintenance. Western devs don't do that. Shadowverse's latest maintenance gave you an extra GP ticket.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh yeah, we had one of those. Yeah.
All right, speaking of, that's a good segue, Kaelan. Thank you. We're out of this hole of talking about
Yeah.
other games.
Let's go to actual game.
I'm a Shadowverse content creator, streamer, caster. So Tanko is also a streamer, and Kaelan is the community administrator, unofficial in brackets.
Yeah, unofficial English community and administrator for the subreddit and Discord.
I say that every episode because just in case it's your first episode. Although if this is your first episode, you've already tuned out because we've talked about other games for way too long. Guys, it's a pretty slow week this week, which is good because I am in Japan and I want to do other stuff than be in this hotel room recording this. So let's just jump through it, eh? Speaking of slow weeks, the Shadowverse support is also slower because of Golden Week. As you didn't know, this week is a string of holidays in Japan known as Golden Week. So inquiries sent between April 26th to May 5th Pacific time will take longer to get back to, all right? Everybody, even the support staff, gotta take a break, all right? Relax.
Awesome.
So
Good for them.
just so you know. Also, there was a bug in the story mode where 2 Isabel sprites would show at the same time. I did not know that,
Wish I saw
but they
that.
fixed it.
Nice.
The Season 93 Master Point rewards have been distributed, and as such, the Season 94 Master Point rewards have started. The season, I mean. That's the usual, like, top 10K, top 1K rewards for,
I got
files and packs and stuff.
1500th in Unlimited in Season 93.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and that was with
I actually
7,000 points.
did manage to get double top 10K in both formats.
Nice.
Hey.
I didn't even realize that I climbed that much in Unlimited,
You
and
don't need to climb
I
that
didn't.
much.
I got like 5,000 place for about 3,500.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
checked
not
out.
that much.
It's really not.
Well, I mean, the big event that's happening right now is, of course, the Grand Prix Hero Battle Cup, which is happening till May 6th Pacific time. I don't think I even qualified to Stage 2, so I don't get the Natra Machina girl cosmetics. So, rip, dude.
No,
Those
I
are
think
nice cosmetics, too.
Do you still? Because it's one of those special Grand Prix, so they're a bit more
Yeah,
lenient
Group
with the
B would-
prizes.
Group B finals would still give you the sleeves in an event like this.
All right. Well, I'll
think
double
so,
check
yeah.
later then. So, I hope so, because I forgot to do it because obviously I was packing on a plane and stuff. So, it is
How
what
did
it
you do in the
is.
GP, Tanko? I know you played a lot.
There's a lot of really, really fun ideas going on in this Grand Prix. Like, the Hero Battle mode is one of the coolest things they've ever come up with. It's just a real shame that everything died to Mizuchi. Like,
Yeah.
Mizuchi was so insanely overtuned. I know she was gonna be goofy. I got that, but I didn't realize how high her ceiling was. Where straight up Mizuchi was completely unkillable. unnecessarily aggroed really, really hard with who's the aggro? Is it not or
Bunny.
Bunny? Yeah. I was getting so mad that I straight up gave up. I just straight up gave up on this mode after losing to Mizuchi so many times. Like I like experimenting with a bunch of decks. They have a lot of really cool ideas, but man, it was just such a buzzkill every time I queued up against Mizuchi.
Well, how'd you do, Kaelan?
Really bad in my first 3 runs, and then my next 4 runs were 4-1s with Kagero, Mizuchi, Amaryllis, and Bunny. I was right about Bunny. I was so wrong about Castel. I said Bunny would be great in the format because this format couldn't handle aggro, but I thought Castel would be good. She's the worst forest deck. Amaryllis is probably the 3rd strongest deck in the format behind Mizuchi and Bunny. Bunny, really good, probably the top deck now. They pulled a world first and did an actual balance patch in the middle of a Grand Prix. So now, in my opinion, Mizuchi was slightly overnerfed. I played her as my first deck in Stage 2 Group A and only got 2 wins. I don't see Mizuchi anymore.
Well, I mean, that leads us perfectly into the next piece of news. Obviously, it's a Hero Battle balance update. Like you said, world first mid-GP update potentially. And Mizuchi was nerfed. The Valor points is reduced by 2. Anasage buffed with starting Valor increased by 2. Aluzard increased by 1 and not increased by 1 as well, I believe, right? So yeah, with Mizuchi, it just makes her ultimate so much harder to get. With not, it makes her ultimate easier to get. And with Anasage and Aluzard, it's more of a Valor management sort of helping buff.
It's a quality thing for them, but it didn't save either of them. I don't think they're...
Did any of the buffs matter? Is not good? Is Aluzard good? Is Anasage good? Or are they all just still bad?
I haven't had a chance to play post-patch at all yet. My friend who played Mizuchi said that she's still good, like she's still fine, but I can't speak for myself though. I have no idea.
I think getting the ultimate 2 turns later is kind of crazy though. That is a big
deal. Yeah.
No, I think that she probably only needed to lose 1 Valor and it would have fixed the deck. Now I feel like she's a bit too weak, but I suppose she's been brought down to the power level of Anasage, not Alazard.
Yeah, if that was the goal, right? Like, it's funny that you say that like Bunny's the best deck because it's an aggro deck, but Alazard's also an aggro deck, and he sucks.
Alazard doesn't have Erica.
Yeah, that too, obviously.
I still don't even know what Alazard does because I have not fought anyone that was playing it.
When I played Bunny, she felt really strong, so.
I got a 5-0 with her like an hour ago.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, honestly, with this balance update, I think they should have buffed more. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, because there are some decks that are straight up completely unplayable. They just don't do anything. What's even the point of Verdelia Evo Haven, for example? What do you even do with that deck?
I tried that. I got 1 win with it. The goal, I suppose, is to use Aether, actually. Not the ultimate, but the Aether, to just drag out the big followers from your deck and activate their effects. Verdelia's ultimate just takes too long. 9 Valor, 9 evolves, too slow.
What's even the payoff for it? 9 Valors?
I feel like Maisha is also really inflexible because her ultimate, like, you can't choose to use some of it. Like, it's all or nothing every time.
I was playing Maisha, and I do like being able to play with Float Portal. Float Portal with Maisha's lead effects are really good. It feels really good. It's just the opponent plays 1 ward, and then what do you do?
Exactly. And if you're getting aggroed by Bunny, you can't use the ultimate on your Guild Release because then that uses all of your Valor, and then you have to rebuild all of it back up again for your lethal out. It's a disaster.
All of Maisha's removal effects, they're all end phase for the most part.
Yeah, like a boost kicker. And you don't get any additional benefit for having more than 3 floated.
So here's my quick thoughts on all the Portalcraft decks. Maisha actually is a surprisingly decent as a control deck, kind of. Despite the fact that, all the stuff is during end phase. It can still contest a lot of boards. It's really annoying, and you actually can survive for turn 10 Guild Release Invoke as long as you weren't fighting Mizuchi.
Yeah, well, no, maybe now with Mizuchi gone, it's time to retry that Maisha, And I think the one that's on everybody's lips is obviously that Castel didn't get buffed, and everybody thinks that deck sucks.
I play quite a bit of Castel. Castel's effects, the lead effects, are actually really good. Her effects are gas. They're pretty fun. It's just the deck they gave her, the actual deck itself, is the worst thing ever. Almost every single card in that deck, except for a couple XLs and the Cleaver Cat, they're all dead cards. In fact, Cleaver Cat is there to cycle out the 30 bad cards in your hand so you can maybe get something good.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. So I also think that they should have just buffed a few more stuff. And honestly, the buffs that they did do, I don't think really are that relevant. Have you fought any of the buff decks, Kaelan, since you're the only person who's played post-patch? Have you fought Anasage, Alizard, not?
Maybe not, but I think I beat her. Definitely haven't seen Anasage and Alizard.
I just want to quickly state my other thoughts on the other Portalcraft decks.
Oh yeah,
Artifact is really fun. It's not broken. Getting augmentation in Artifact it's not broken because you have a couple awkward cards in there, but it feels really fun. Nexus though. Dude, Nexus is so much fun. Nexus is sick, dude.
No, it would be.
Nexus is really fun.
Cool.
People are afraid of Bunny, but Nexus is actually really good against Bunny because you just clear all the early bodies and you aggro them back with your own storms. The effect where you kill a guy to buff up a guy, killing your own
Commander.
Eon, Commander or Eon, either one works. You think that you use him for the end phase, draw and stuff, you
He's
do
a
that.
stat
But
stick.
sometimes you just use him as a cost stick for Nexus effect to buff up a tiny little shadow so you can do 6 a phase. Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
Gonna be honest, I've just looked at how many games I've played. I've played 55 games in this GP. I've never seen Nexus.
What? You should try it yourself.
Nexus is golden.
I think I will have to try it myself, but I know I'm gonna do bad with it.
It's an archetype that never existed. That's what I like, because like a lot of the decks, other than Mizuchi, it's an old deck, but like with the Nexus deck, it's like this never existed until now, and it's like so cool. So
there are some decks that have completely new mechanics and interactions that we've never seen before. They made Crypto Sword maybe not good, but playable. Like it's not bad.
It's playable.
It's actually decent.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it. It's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention Mono Blood is probably in the top 3, replacing Mizuchi.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mono Blood's a threat. You just get 2 damage pings constantly, and then you use that funny vampire guy, evolve him with the ultimate for 7 damage face, usually playing 2 on turn 6 for 14, and you've been pinging your opponent down using 2 damage pings. Mono Blood's insane. Definitely try that.
Well, I mean, I'll definitely give the format a go again.
This format is so much fun without Mizuchi. Granted, if you were the Mizuchi player though, if you were the one playing Mizuchi, it was so confusing for me to play at first, but when you have Mizuchi and you understand how it works, you just feel unstoppable.
I feel like I missed out because I was so busy with the trip. I never even got to play on nerfed Mizuchi, and now I never will.
You were too busy having a life in Japan.
Having a good time. Any final thoughts on the hero battle before we move on to rotation, the other format?
Thresh was good, and Valdane is worthless.
Oh yeah, I tried playing Drak. Oh my god, that deck doesn't do anything either.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
I tried playing it, and like theoretically, you want that 4 play point storm to deal 25 damage, but the setup for that is just not feasible. You can't ping her that many times.
Yeah, you barely give her stats.
I played Drak, and nothing matters except for getting to 10 play points and then buffing Forte and Miriam. That's literally all that matters. Anything else is bait. All you gotta do is just ramp. And then in terms of Valdane, that deck sucks, but it was fun day one and nobody knew what they were doing. Enough hero battle talk, okay?
Esports.
This is a rotation podcast. Let's talk about esports. JCG bunch happened post-patch, and the meta has changed quite a bit. There was a bit of a fear that Wrath would just be way too good still, and maybe that is still the case on ladder. Wrath is still definitely around, but in tournaments, it looks like things have taken a bit of a turn. On the 24th, Latica and Amulet Haven won. On the 26th, Latica and Evolve Blood won. On the 27th, Latica and Amulet Haven won. On the 28th, Latica and Necromancy Shadow won. And finally on the 1st, Wrath is back with Amulet Haven. So Latica, clear uptick. And this just proves my point. I didn't really feel that strongly about it, but I did think in the back of my head that Machina Shadow fake tier 1 that was only good because Wrath was the only playable deck. And now, nowhere to be seen.
Where are the artifacts at?
Yeah, Agile buff, XD. Oh, you're such a forest guy now, Kaelan. You would have never played Latica a year ago, and now look at you. Disgusting.
In season 92, I got, what was it, 87th forest, and in season 93, I got 54th forest.
Oh my god.
So yeah, a bit of a forest main for the last 2 months.
You've changed. But I mean, I think these results really just are so clear that Latica is one of the top dogs now. Like, that's without a question. And so is Amulet, frankly, with these results. Like the buff to Latica is they turned out to be really relevant, huh?
I legit don't remember the last time I touched rotation. I think I only played the first day to play artifact buff and got mad dying to Wrath again. I wonder if Latica's popped on ladder though, because usually people try to avoid playing forest on ladder because it takes effort.
It does.
It's too hard.
It's too complicated. I want to play Zero Cost Chimera, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Do we know if these Zalika players are playing regular?
Unfortunately, I'm on hotel internet, and the PNGs are loading really slowly.
We just heard you robot on the Discord call just now.
Is this because I opened a new tab? And
I think it might
Yeah.
have been.
but yeah, they are all Iris.
Don't know if I want to go back to rotation now, or if I'm just going to be playing Iris, to be frank.
The next bit of esports, SVO Masters Cup, brother. Registration is now open for the qualifiers on the 1st of June, which is going to be in the SEAO time zone, and on the 8th of June, which is going to be in the West time zone. It's a best of 3 1-ban, 7 rounds of Swiss. Players need to finish in the top 16 to proceed to the playoffs. Players are welcome to take part in as many qualifier events as they wish, provided they did not finish in the top 16 in a previous event. So if you whiff one, you can do the other as long as you can adapt to the other time zone. So that's pretty fun. You can ruin your sleep schedule for this. And of course, the Masters Cup gives you a potential slot into the World Grand Prix in 2025. Oh, sorry, it's not called that anymore. The World Championship in 2025. It's so interesting because this is a tournament played in Shadowverse 1 that qualifies you to a World Championship played in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. So you get a straight shot into the highest echelon of competition of a new game. This is it, buddy. It's exciting. I'm casting that, obviously.
You guys have to play in Zalika format. Have fun with that.
Oh, no, it's going to be after Mini, so...
Okay, there's hope.
That's also the topic of today's episode. Shadowverse Rage Summer 2024 preliminaries is happening on May 4 and 5. I think on the last episode I said it was May 5th and 6th. That was wrong. That was actually the last 2 days of my trip in Japan, so I got confused. It's actually May 4 and 5. Participation is the Elena Rage emblem and 10 packs, and the winner gets 10 million yen. So you want to be the winner in this one, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's a decent amount, yeah.
It is streamed in Japanese on YouTube, so if you understand Japanese, you can watch it. Let's get into the main topic. Boys, it's about time. Mini set is almost coming. What are your predictions? What are your wish lists? I mean, Tanko, I think I can guess yours. Like, with the recent Agile buff not doing that much, you would like to see a boost to Artifact, I assume?
I don't even know what to give Artifact at this point, to be honest, because I feel like the extent of Artifact's gameplay is as good as it's going to get. And I just gotta accept that it's just not good enough. Just accept my fate. I legit cannot think of anything else to really help Artifact right now. The damage output is fine. They already did the buff, so they're not gonna uncap Aguila at this point. And I don't know, man. Maybe we can support a different archetype, like
Puppet?
I guess we still have Ilgano. Yeah, we can make support for Ilgano so that you don't necessarily have to use her in Machina. Bro, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what to do with Portalcraft now, because with only 2 cards left ever, oh no, it's starting to hit me that what if Portalcraft just stays bad? I am hoping though that because I think we still have a neutral legendary slot for the mini expansion, so
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they do give us Nerva. I hope Nerva makes a bunch of really funny tokens, like much like Elena. You discard a card and you add to have one of the villains instead.
And can we finally get our Nexus card, please? Why is that taking so long?
Well, if Nerva got brought back and she did that, then she might be able to bring back Nexus.
Well, I guess that's part of the wish list then. But I feel like Tonko is like has such defeat in his voice where he's like, this class is unsalvageable now.
I'll be real with you. I haven't played rotation. I don't know what to ask from the mini expansion. I suppose what I want is for Drache, who's gonna be our legendary, Drock, sorry. I don't want him to support Coach Joe, even if he was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's gonna
groundbreaking
have to,
off
though.
card. I just don't know what to say about Dragon right now.
We're both so sad about this. It's like we don't know what we want or what they could even do at this point.
Yeah, what happened to you two? Are you guys okay?
I became an unlimited forest main, and I've gotten 400 wins with Hozumi in 2 months.
I become a Yu-Gi-Oh main.
Oh
I become
my
a Hero
God.
Battle main. Once Hero Battle ends, what am I gonna do? Because I don't want to go
The
back to
mini expansion
rotation.
will be out once Hero Battle ends, you absolute buffoon. That's what you're gonna do.
It's not gonna do anything, Paul. I already accepted my fate, dude. I'm gonna doom so hard. I'm dooming so hard so I can't be disappointed.
Is the Portal Legendary going to be Flow S?
Yeah, where's her card?
A Flow S card could become good support for Elganau in theory.
I think my wish list for the mini expansion is honestly, and I mean this truly, like, can we get a dragon deck that's like just good old fashioned, just you ramp and then you play a storm guy? I would
Yeah.
love that.
You mean like Big Dragon?
That's not the same. I just miss that style of gameplay because I've been playing Evolve recently and I just like ramp into Oguri Cap and I'm like, this is the high I've been chasing.
They've been kind of giving us pieces of classic Lamp Storm with Dragoon, with the Forte and Miriam. But
Forte Miriam, but they never came together into something cohesive in a long time.
I do like the idea of bringing back a bunch of just base classic deck ideas for the final. It's just like how we went back to Artifact, we went back to Spellboost, so on and so forth. Let's go back to the base core mechanics, the heart and soul of each class.
That would be pleasant, but I guess we'll find out when the mini set comes out.
I genuinely did not realize it's almost mini time at this point.
It really
And
is. It really is.
I actually have packs saved. I didn't just spend all my stuff this time. Yay.
What's the leader gonna be?
The party soul. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, she's insane in Unlimited. Potted Soul Taker is now the top deck in Unlimited.
That's awesome.
I forgot that Unlimited got buffs as well because I have not played Unlimited either. I was planning on playing Evo Polo sometime soon, just hadn't gotten around to it.
Well, speaking of mini set predictions, this week's question of the week to you, the viewer, is what support do you want in the mini set and why? Make sure to leave your comments in the comment section down below.
Hopefully you guys have some more optimistic ideas than we do, because I don't know if we're just like tired today or just in a bad mood, but I just don't know what I want at this point. For
You
many.
and Kaelan are just like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna be 6 feet under in 2 years anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'll just wait till the next game for Polar Craft to be good.
Well, guys, that's it for today's episode of Evolve Point. A bit of a shorter one today. Actually, this is a Kaelan. I was looking back at our old episodes of Evolve Point, and they were 15 minutes long. What the hell happened?
Yeah, the classic era.
What's going on? It's easier to bant with 3 of us than just 2.
A shorter episode than the new era, but twice as long as the old era, so you know what. Deal with it. All right, I'll see you guys later. Oh, yeah, make sure to review us on the podcast platform. I forgot that we should be saying that.
Yeah.